What's up, YouTube? Michael with Gnome Logistics here with another video. This one is kind of downheartening. You know, I'm 2 weeks out from my lease completion, and it just seems like Prime is dropping the ball with me. You know, I'm looking at coming to Prime and, you know, making a career out of this and getting a couple trucks and all that fun stuff. Of course, you know, they stopped the lease purchase, which isn't their fault, so I can't blame them on that one. What I can blame them on is, you know, they're dropping the ball with some of these loads. Got a load the other day going from Kansas to Virginia, and the guy gave it to me. You know, it was already a day and a half late from being picked up, and he said, you know, he told me it was I could bobtail over because I didn't have a trailer at that point. And he said we could get more time at the end. Well, you know, I said, okay. So I took it. I had like 25 or 26 hours on my 70. So I had plenty of time to run it. 11-hour days, of course. And, you know, to my understanding, everything was good. You know, the day before, the day I woke up to take it in, I had 11 hours to drive. And I sent a message in saying, yeah, this is my time, this is my ETA. And it was due that morning at 0700, which I was just waking up at 0700. So that wasn't going to happen. But I sent the message and they changed something or whatever. But I get 75-ish miles away from the 90, and I get a call, and it's the dispatcher, and he says, so what was the plan on this load? And I'm like, well, what do you mean? He goes, well, what did y'all discuss about this? I said, well, I was told that, you know, I had more time on the back end, that we could get it opened up. So then he says, yeah, I should have never gotten that load. So apparently the shipper was mad because it wasn't there on time, which has nothing to do with me. I'm going by what I'm told. I'm fine. 73 miles away. Dispatcher says, you know what, I need you to take this up to Pittston because they're rescheduling it, but they're rescheduling it for the 6th, which was 4 days away, and I wasn't going to sit on it for 4 days. So the shipper was going to pay some extra money or whatever to get it taken up to Pittston. So I did that. You know, took it, turned around, went up a little bit, had to stop for the night because I was almost out of time. The next day I got a little bit of time back, so I drove it on up into Pittston, dropped it off. And of course they give me a load out of there, but it's only, you know, 60 miles away, and it's a Walmart load. So 60 miles away, that is, but I had like 12 hours before it had to be delivered. So I was sitting, and, you know, so then after that load went off, I dropped it off, which,
attention,
you know, they had
a new important message has arrived.
They had me sit there for like 6 hours or something like that, whatever it was. So I left there and I was out of time. Well, actually I had 3 hours left to drive, but I had to stop because they wasn't letting empty trucks on the highway. So I just pulled off and stopped for the night, woke up the next morning, and headed down towards my next one, which was a Hershey load, which was fine because it was in and out pretty much at the Hershey load. I'm actually dropping it off right now. So the next one they're planning for me is 90 miles away from here. I have over 6 hours of drive time, but it's not due to be picked up until 12 o'clock tomorrow, which means I got to go sit again. And apparently there's nothing else that can be picked up anywhere near here sooner so I can just move and not sit for another 10, because I just sat for almost 20 hours waiting for this load to be able to be delivered. So they're just putting way too much time on these loads. But it's funny because they'll give you a load that's almost impossible for you to make, but they won't give you any time on it. But the loads that you can go and grab and run, they're kind of, I just think something's wrong. Some communication issues or something is going awry with everything right now. I don't know if the other drivers are feeling this way. Don't know if it's just I've been out too long and I'm ready to go home, take my month vacation after I turn this lease in or whatnot. But I just feel there's something missing. You know, something's not happening somewhere. Miscommunication all over the place. You know, we're supposed to, as owner operators, we're supposed to be able to say, no, we don't want that load. But it seems like if we say, no, we don't want that load, you know, they make us sit for an extra couple more hours before we can get a load. You know, and I know there's plenty of loads out here. Y'all can't tell me that. I mean, this company's been going for that long. There's got to be something nearby that needs to be picked up soon. As many loads as I've picked up over the last year that were already being picked up late, you know, in some of these same areas. But I don't know. I'm just down, man. You know, this last 2 weeks is just draining me. You know, I am, at the end of this week, I am stopping by the house so I can drop off my fridge and microwave and tell my son happy birthday and give him his presents and stuff. But then it's back on the road for a week before I turn this in. You know, and I was told, yeah, you'll need to, you don't have to stay, but we'd like you to stay for the full week after you turn it in case there's any questions or anything. No, that's just going to cost me money. And here lately, it's just, I feel like I ain't making anything. You know, my loads got so screwed up last week, I barely made a paycheck. So that, in my book, that's not cool, you know. So I'm definitely going to be seeing what's out there during my time off, you know. One of the other guys, I can't remember who it was, I was watching his video, and, you know, and it's true. You know, when you're at a company and, you know, something's not going your way, you're always like, oh, the grass is greener on the other side. And I know for a fact that that's not true all the time. I've left companies that I was good at for something I thought was better, and it wound up not being better. But you know, I've made choices like that in the past. But you know, I gotta look out there. Gotta look out for number one, man. They're not gonna look out for you. It's not in their best interest to look out for you, to be honest with you. And no trucking company is looking out for you. You got to look out for yourself. It's not just Prime. I'm not bashing Prime, saying they're not doing it. You got all these companies. I mean, I've been looking online, and all these companies says we treat you like a person, not a number. And I don't think that's correct at any of those companies, because I guarantee you don't call into those companies and say, hey, this is, you know, Michael Sexton. How's it going? Yeah, what's up? You know, you call in and you say, this is 801033, which is your truck number. And that's how they know you, because they punch that in and then they see your name. And your dispatcher may know you by your voice after a while. But again, I mean, this could just be me being just done for now, needing a break. You know, almost 2 months. This is the longest I've been out since I've been on the road. And I don't recommend it. You know, find myself talking to myself a lot more. Stuff like that. Definitely still going to do the video for y'all, showing y'all when I turn everything in. I'm going to make sure everything's nice and clean. All that good stuff, you know. Right now it looks like a pigsty, but I'll clean it up, make it pretty. After I get rid of my fridge and everything, I won't have very much on here, just a little bit of clothes and a blanket. I'll wind up dropping off my iPad and all that fun stuff, all my extra jackets and anything I don't need to get the truck through another week. Again, you know, I'll let y'all know how it's going. And this load may, you know, they may fix the issues they're having, you know, or somebody may be able to help me understand how the things are going and why they're going that way. But I mean, there was a point where, you know, I was making 5 or 6 loads a week, and then now it's like I'm lucky if I make 2. And usually my third one winds up, if I get 3, the third one usually winds up being on the following week, which doesn't help your paycheck. I mean, it looks good on the next paycheck when you got a little bit of extra, but if you're going week to week basis looking at it, you know, like everybody says, don't look at your week to week, look at your monthly, look at your yearly, stuff like that, because every week's gonna vary. But I mean, if every week is just averaging out, you know, you got to make those hard decisions. And like I said, I'll do those videos, I'll put them out. Again, this is just me ranting. Thank y'all for listening. If you're out here going to do trucking, I would recommend doing some YouTube videos. You know, because you don't have anybody to vent to. So if you just bottle it all up, which I do quite a bit, you know, I've been a relatively docile person since I was 21. You know, that's when my daughter was born, who is already 21 herself. So, you know, it will mellow you out. But, you know, you need to have the outlet, you know, something, you know, write in your diary or your journal, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, they're unloading me now. They've been doing it for a little while. It was a full truck, so it should take a few minutes. Anyway, appreciate y'all taking the time to listen to me. If you thought this was going to be a better video, I'm sorry. But again, like, subscribe, click the bell. You'll get a notification anytime I put out something new. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good night.